Hello, how are you doing? Welcome or welcome back to my channel and to this, the second part in our Reset Your Home for Spring series, giving our home a bit of a refresh for the new spring season ahead. And today I'm going to be focusing on this kind of living area part of the home. Now, this part behind me is joined on to our main family room kitchen. We can separate it off with some sliding doors, but this is definitely the spot that we spend the most time in during the winter months. I think because of the darker decor, being able to close the doors, it stays warmer, it's cozier, and it's definitely where we hunker down in the evenings to watch TV, that type of thing. But I need to give it a bit of a refresh for spring, so why don't you join me today while I do that?
Favorite place when spring is coming.
So a quick word about the furniture placement in this space. We've got this sofa here, which at the moment is facing the TV there, but we wanted the space to be really flexible. So not only did it have to be a kind of TV watching room, but it's a sociable space as well. And so when we don't need it for TV watching, all we do is we swing this sofa around very easily on this type of floor. There's pads on the bottom of the legs there so they don't scratch the floor, and it's really easy just to swing it round, and then we can have it opposite this other chair in front of the fireplace to create this nice little social space. And I think that all our spaces need to be flexible these days. That's what we that's what we all need. That's what we get the most out of. So that's how we've done it in here, and it certainly works for us. So I'm definitely going to be switching up my fireplace today. It's still very much in winter mode with the pine stems and the dough bowl full of kind of pine cones and winter stems. So that's definitely getting a makeover today. I'm not quite sure that I'm ready to give up the twinkle lights yet. We're still a full month away from the clocks changing, and so it still does get dark here relatively early. And it is still pretty cold. I'm still looking for a bit of that cozy feel. So I think I'm going to keep the twinkle lights and find a way to incorporate them into the spring decor. And in my book, that's okay, because I think it's okay to have a slower transition from one season to another with your decor. Let's face it, that's the way it happens in nature. It doesn't suddenly go from winter to spring overnight. So I think to move a bit more slowly towards it is absolutely fine. Similarly, I might keep out maybe not this faux fur throw, but maybe my white one I'm going to keep out. There's definitely going to be a bit of a slower transition going on. But yeah, watch this space and let's see if the twinkle lights stay or not. I'm also going to be giving this console table a bit of spring love today as well, a bit of a switch up and a spring refresh. This is an area that we definitely need something on this wall. Put a note in the comments, any suggestions, what do you think would look good? A piece of art, maybe a mirror, maybe a couple of shelves. But yeah, we definitely need something here. Do you have bits like that, spaces like that in your home where you know that it lacks something and you're kind of on it for a few weeks, then it goes off your radar, and then a couple of months go by and you look and you think, oh yeah, that still needs done. So this spot is definitely one for us. So check back in a few weeks. Hopefully I'm going to have something in that space. I'll welcome your suggestions in the comments below. Clearly it won't get done today, but let's see what we can do with the table and give it a little bit of a reset for spring.
When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again when stars are aligned, we will dance in the meadow on our favorite place when spring is coming. Where are you now? I hope you're fine, but I won't lie, I still miss you so much. But I don't hold grudge. You had to go. I will save you a space for a dance in the meadow on our favorite place when spring is coming.
I'm reusing one of the tall skinny vases that you saw me use in a previous episode when I was decorating for my husband's big birthday dinner. A couple of spring stems here, just with a little bit of that spring leaf aesthetic, and I think they work really well in front of a mirror because you get double the effect. Popping back the dough bowl that I used for the winter decor, and I've decided to go with a bit of a glass theme, that light, airy aesthetic that you're looking for in spring, just piling up the twinkle lights inside of that glass vase and adding a little spring accent that I already had, along with a glass tea light holder, again, I already owned. A couple of stems end to end. I think that works really well. It's just a different way to use stems, is to lay them flat and then adding in some moss balls here as well, just to add a little bit of that foliage greenery effect. I thought that they just lacked something when I put them in there, so I grabbed this old IKEA faux plant that I had. They're really inexpensive, snipped a couple of stems off just so that I could add them into the bowl to give that effect of the foliage spilling over. And it's just a way to reuse some stems that you perhaps no longer want in their original form. And I'm just pulling the twinkle lights over the top here so that when it gets dark, you will just get that little bit of twinkling light effect still going on. I love that I'm getting use out of these tall skinny vases that I've got, and they really are perfect for long stems to stop them flopping over because they're so narrow at the neck. So a couple more on the hearth, my little black lantern with a faux candle and some mini eggs in it just to give that nod to Easter coming up, and a nice spring candle. And then in the corner here, this is an acacia wood charger plate with a jug in the corner that I was using for my winter decor. I'm popping some stems. You can't see it here because I've just got the camera a little bit too low, but you'll see it in a minute. Some stems, a couple of moss balls that I had, couple of clippings of older stems, just as used before, just clipped and laid in there. And just a couple of kind of neutral speckled eggs, again, just to give that little nod to Easter coming up. Popped a candlestick in there and just this interesting shape little tea light holder that I happen to have that I've just sat on top. It was the perfect size just to elevate that a little bit, and just a little brass ornament that I had, just giving a little bit of a different look and a little bit extra texture in there. I'm loving that I'm getting so much use out of these vases that I bought for my husband's event dinner. I'll pop the link to that below just in case you're interested in checking that out. Now, with these stems, they do normally naturally bend to one side or the other. So just when you're popping them in the vase, just pay attention to which way they naturally want to go. It'll just save you a little bit of effort trying to contort them and get them to go the way you want them to. And I was thinking that while I'm still on the lookout for whatever is going to finally go on this wall, whether it's a piece of art or shelves or whatever, that these big tall stems will work quite well for the spring decor against that dark wall. They are kind of popping out, which is quite nice. And then I'm just adding in this little stone vase. I decided to try and centre everything in the table instead of having it to the outside edges, just to bring it into the middle, just for a change. So just popping some books on there too. And then I'm just going to add in this little stoneware and greenery ornament. I think I got that from the range some time ago. Now, this is a little hack. This is just a plain white candlestick from IKEA. The vase or the lantern is from IKEA, and I've just filled it with twinkle lights, and it does really sparkle at night when it gets switched on, and I just have been using it like a lamp. So just pulling everything together in the centre of this table, popping another little vase, trying to vary the heights and vary the textures, and then just adding in the matching little spring accent that I've got to the one that's sitting on the fireplace. I've just popped its partner in here. Just creating a little spring moment underneath this table using a basket with another basket upturned inside it. This just gives a little bit of height to whatever you put in the basket. In this case, I'm just using a lightweight throw. I'm using the rug in this room as the accent, dialing up that light colour and just adding lots of other light colours around. Cream throw, just popping it over the ottoman here as well. Adding another acacia wood charger just in the middle here with a little spring sprig. It's just good to have something like that to pop a coffee cup on or something, just a nice hard surface. And then adding a couple of coffee table books, again in a nice light colour, just to keep it light and airy with that whole spring aesthetic. Switching out your cushions is a really easy way to update your space for spring. And so I tried out a few different options here. Do let me know in the comments which one you prefer. I think ultimately I might leave the faux fur ones around for a while because it's still pretty chilly at night at the moment. But yeah, a few different green combinations, so let me know what you think.
When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again. When the stars are aligned, we will dance in the meadow on our favorite place. When spring is coming, space for a dance in the meadow on our favorite place. When spring is coming,
And so that's it for this week. I hope I've been able to inspire you just a little bit into thinking about what corner of your home could you perhaps give a mini makeover to this week. A little reset, a little refresh for the new spring season ahead. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.